and Milan's place in the world are so important, and that really is why we're here today and why we've wanted to bring NABA and Domus into the Laureate family, and why we do so today with a spirit of excitement and great optimism for the future. Now, these two schools, which have become so famous and are so successful, were started based on the dreams of their founders. And I think it's important to recognize that there are individual personalities embedded in each of these schools, and they live on even after their founders may be gone. And in fact, all of the 50 different universities in the Laureate network around the world have the same aspect in common, that they have in them the dreams of their founders. So I thought I would just start today speaking as the founder of Laureate to tell you a little bit about what my dreams for Laureate have been, and this may give you a sense of the purpose of the company. The foremost dream for me in Laureate is to bring high-quality education to the developing world. In Italy, you have an incredible, rich history of outstanding education. And of course, this is the case for Europe and the US and the developed world. But in the developing world, we see that there's still a tremendous gap between what people need and want to learn and how the government is able to provide this to them. And this has created an opportunity, in fact a need, a mandate for the private sector to supply, to provide access to education that would not otherwise be the case. And this is, I'm thinking about Latin America, I'm thinking about Asia, I'm thinking about the Middle East, I'm thinking about Africa. And when you think about the modern world that we live in today and the future of this world, you realize that the future of this world includes the rise, the power, the importance of these emerging developing countries. So Laureate, you'll see, is very strong and very committed to our investment in high-quality education for the developing world. The second aspect of that dream for Laureate is to bring an international point of view to the universities that we establish or develop in these countries around the world. And by connecting these universities together, we believe that we create this very powerful network in which ideas can be exchanged, knowledge can be exchanged, faculty and students can actually travel through the network, and we think that this is a very modern way to bring education and knowledge to the world. And the third aspect of my dream for Laureate is to build into this powerful global network pillars that are, in essence, centers of excellence in the various aspects of knowledge that we wish to develop and disseminate. So we have in the Laureate network universities that are expert in medicine and health sciences, as an example, and they become the thought leaders around the world to help the other universities understand what the leading ideas in the teaching of that curriculum might entail. But in particular, we see that the world looks to Europe for sophistication and education. And just some examples, in my own hometown, my daughter and I live in Paris. We have two wonderful institutions at Laureate which are very, very specialized, what are called grandes écoles, very, very advanced higher education institutions, both in the top 10 ranked private schools of their kind, one in international business and one in engineering. And these schools become thought leaders for the global network of Laureate in their fields of specialty. In Switzerland, we have two of the three most highly recognized and